Anushka, welcome.
Hello, sir. Thank you.
So, Anushka, today you are going to tell us about a recent conference which you participated, and it was in a beautiful and wonderful place. So, you were telling me so many things about that, and I want you to tell, something about your conference, the place, how you went there, and what was there to the audience also, all those students who aspire to be in these kind of places. So, over to you, Anushka. Please tell us where was the conference, when was it held, and what was this all about?
Okay, so if you guys don't know me, I'm Anushka and I'm doing my PhD in biological sciences at Texas Tech University. And I consider myself very fortunate and lucky enough to be, going for a conference at my first year because it's a very rare thing, and we enjoyed a lot. We had a lot of fun, and then I learned a lot of things. Related to my research. So we recently went to a conference, me and my lab mates along with my advisor, to San Diego, which is in California. It's a beautiful state in United States of America. And then this was conducted particularly by the Genetics Society of America. So it was an international conference. It was not a regional conference, not a state level conference. So basically, researchers from all over the world, from Europe, from Africa, they were attending this conference. And this was in March, from 19th to 23rd. So we were there for 4 to 5 days, and yeah, we had a lot of fun, and all my conference expense was covered by my university, so I had to pay nothing for the conference. It was all covered, including the hotel stay, including the flights, including the food. So the food was also covered. We just went there to present our poster. So we were, as graduate students, we were expected to print and make a poster wherein we put all our research data that we are currently doing as a part of a research project, and then we were supposed to explain it to the audience or whoever comes to our poster presentation place. So, and we also got a chance to interact with great scientists like Nobel laureates and all. So it was a wonderful experience, and many researchers, like, they also gave talks about their current work, what they are actually doing currently as a part of the research project. So we got a lot of inputs from them, and now we are going to like put those or implement those in our project as well. So that is a good thing. When you attend conferences, you do networking, you meet people, then you get some feedbacks for your project as well. Are you going somewhere wrong, or maybe what should be your future direction for your research project? So it is very important to attend conferences. It also boosts your confidence for your research project, or maybe your communication skills. And yeah, it
Okay,
was
wonderful.
amazing experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Anushka, now I have a couple of things to ask you on the basis of
Yes.
whatever you briefed. One is your itinerary. So, from where you started, Texas Tech University, and then California. Can you tell us about that? From which
Yeah. So
airport to which airport, and how was it?
okay, so I my university is in Lubbock, which is in Texas. So Lubbock is a small city in Texas, and we went to the Lubbock airport, and then we had a halt in Dallas. Dallas is also a city. It's like a huge city in Texas, and then we directly got another flight to San Diego, which is in California. And San Diego is a place with a lot of beaches, lively place. It's just like Mumbai's advanced version of United States. So yeah, so we went there, and then directly from San Diego's airport we went to our hotel. So our hotel was also like a 4 star or maybe 5 star. I forgot exactly, but yeah, it was a very nice hotel. And they had like facilities such as swimming pool. So swimming pool was, if you want any facility for swimming, it was free. And then good food, good what do you call the area. So amazing.
Okay. So,
And then
Anushka, any rough idea how much money your university must have spent on your this trip to conference? Airfare, cab, hotel, stay, everything.
oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So from airport we had to book Uber also to get to the hotel. So that was also covered. I think
50% from your
per
pocket, right?
person,
Mm,
yeah, per
mm.
person I think they spent around maybe $1,500. I'm not sure, but that is approximate amount. So $1,500 per person.
You can say $50 on one conference, right? Okay.
Yes.
No, this is how many days? Like when you went there for you stayed in that hotel 2 nights or 3 nights or one night. How long?
So we stayed there for 4 nights
Oh,
because yeah, the duration was long. It was from 19th to 24th, not 23rd. It
okay.
was till
Okay.
24th.
Mm-hmm.
So we were there till 24th, but our poster presentation was only on 20th March. So we just had to present it for one day. But in conferences, they do have workshops or talks. So basically, researchers come, postdocs from different universities, they come and they deliver their talks on their project. So we were attending that because our advisor suggested to attend those researchers talks in order to get any inputs or maybe new ideas for our projects. So we stayed there. So one day was wasted, in traveling and all because we went one day earlier. So we went on 20th and
Mm-hmm.
our presentation was on 21st, and then
Mm-hmm.
from 22nd to 23rd, 22nd to 24th we had those talks to attend.
Mm. Okay,
So
now you mentioned about many things like PR is there, you can interact with people and all. How it
yes.
goes? Like morning, may you get up and then you go to conference after breakfast, and what is happening? I mean, professors are presenting their research, and you sit there. How to utilize this time?
Okay, so what happens exactly? I'll tell you in short. So, when you say conference, there are either two things. Like, first is your poster presentation, and then are your talks. So, talks are majorly given by PIs or faculty members, or maybe Nobel laureates who are, in a good standing position at the research. And poster presentations are done by graduate students. So, the
Mm,
conferences start in the morning, so they provide breakfast to all of the students or the registrants, that those who have registered for the conference. So it began around 9 a.m. So we were provided with breakfast, and then our poster presentation had, so we had time slots. So maybe for first 100 registered students, they had time slot from 11 to 12, and then next 100 they had time slot from 12 to 1. So we were supposed to present in those like that 1 hour time period that was allotted to us.
okay.
So 1 or 2 hours before, we were supposed to put our posters on the boards that were assigned to us, and then
Mm,
when our time started, any graduate student or maybe any faculty PI, they can come to you and ask you questions related to your research, or maybe you
mm,
can interact with them.
mm,
And rest other time we were going to all of the grad students posters and asking them about their project. So it was a good opportunity for me as well. And
okay.
then after
Mm,
presentation, after poster presentation, those rest 3 days they continuously had talks from different universities, maybe from universities from Europe, African universities, then American universities. So majorly faculty advisors were giving talks related to the research area. So the rest 3 days were only for talks.
okay. So, Anushka, you also mentioned that even Nobel laureates visit these kind of conferences. They come. Back home in India, we do not have this community. You understand? Nobel laureates, we don't see them here and there. So, how does it feel? Could you see some Nobel laureate there, and could you interact with them, or could you listen to them?
I did not have a chance to interact with them because it was difficult. But I did hear their talks, and one researcher, his name is Hugo Bellin, and we admire him a lot. He's like a great scientist. He has a own building in a big university, like a one building just for his lab. It's huge, and the amount of papers he publishes in like a month or two, it's unbelievable. So it was our dream to at least see him giving a talk. So
Mm,
it was wonderful. I felt amazing. And then he had his students who were PIs currently. So they were also delivering talks related to
mm,
their
mm,
project. And
mm,
majority of them were from his lab. Like almost like 50% of the crowd was from Hugo Bellin's lab. So yeah,
mm.
I had this opportunity.
And he's a Nobel laureate, huh?
He is not currently a Nobel laureate, but like people keep on saying maybe he'll receive his Nobel Prize soon. Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. And Anushka, what was your poster about? What was the
Okay.
title of?
So I'm currently working on a neurodegenerative disorder, which is like Parkinson's. It's not particularly Parkinson's, but yeah, similar kind of Parkinson's. And as I mentioned earlier in my videos, I work with Drosophila, which is also called a fruit fly. The flies that sit on fruit. So we use them as our model organisms, and our flies, they have Parkinson's disease, so they won't be able to climb, and they have
Mm,
some motor defects and all. So majorly our project was focused on that neurodegenerative disorder using Drosophila as a model organism. And my project was particularly focused on mitochondrial defects. So mitochondrial organelle in a cell. So what defects are there in the mitochondria? So it was majorly
Okay.
focused on.
Okay. I'm very sure you must have heard about other researchers also there, and you must have understood. Okay, these are the other research areas.
Yes.
So, Anushka, in if you want to share some research areas which you find there, okay, people are working in these areas also.
So what I saw is like majorly in America there are a lot of researches going on with obesity. Now obesity is like a very huge problem in
Mm-hmm.
US. Obesity and then cardiological diseases.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of posters. Then again cancer, prostate cancer, breast cancer, like like different types of cancer. So these three diseases, obesity, cardiovascular, and then cancer. So I saw majority of the posters were from these three disorders. And the conference that I attended, it was particularly focused on Drosophila. So researchers who are using Drosophila as a model organism, only they were able to like attend this conference. So it was focused on this particular model organism, but
Okay.
diseases were different. Yeah. So
Okay, wonderful. So anything else we must have missed, Anushka, related to your conference? Though I'm going to, you have sent me some more content related to this conference which we are going to publish. Anything which I must have missed?
yeah,
Important thing.
so students like they keep on asking me like how to approach, like, and how do we get to know about these conferences. So you have to keep yourself updated with the community, maybe your PI, maybe your friends, or maybe some journals have their newsletters, so you can subscribe to the newsletters and they'll give you updates if there are new conferences going on. Or maybe you can join, as you told me, like LinkedIn is one of the most evolving platform wherein you can get updates. So maybe you can get updates through LinkedIn. Where is the conference and how to register? Maybe we can make a separate video on how to register for
Yes, we'll do
conferences
that.
and what
Yes,
should be
yes,
your
that's a good idea.
approach. Yeah,
Yes,
what should be
that
your approach for the conference?
that's a good idea indeed. And how to find out the opportunities for conferences and how to
Yes.
participate in that. Wonderful.
Yes.
So I think that brings us to an end of this session, Anushka. Look forward to have another wonderful session with you next week. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.